shit, 3D. It's going down in a serious way. You might have read about it in the sheets. You might have seen it. You might have heard about it. But this is the OG, real deal that everybody has been hearing about and waiting upon. Here it is. Exclusive footage of Evansville invasion. What you're looking at is Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid Vicious, and the redneck Tracy Smothers double teaming, destroying and beating the world champion Corporal Robinson. Yes, Guido, Corporal Robinson was in dire straits until this music kicked off. That's right, you hear the music. The crowd was near a riot. The people were, it was very intense, and Violent J had to make the save for his buddy, Corporal Robinson, wielding an iron chair at his hands. Well, you see the way Tracy Smothers and Circle Sid are acting. They're acting like fucking assholes. Disrespect towards the Juggalos, disrespect towards wrestling in general, and Violent J had to come down, make the save, and do something about it with an iron chair in tow. And gladly he did, because the crowd was nearing riot proportions, and Jay came out to make the save. But the real story takes place now, out of the blue, out of the confusion, as Corporal Robinson and Violent J square off with Tracy Smothers and Sid Vicious. The music hits. Right, who's coming out of the curtains? I don't fucking know. Who's coming down is Scott Hall. Oh, fuck. And that shit's going down. That blew the wigs off everybody in the house. But the question remains, who is Scott Hall? Whose side is he on? Was he coming down to join Sid Vicious and Tracy Smothers in the beatdown? Or is he coming perhaps to help Violent J and Corporal Robinson? Or maybe he's coming down to help DJ Clay. Possibly, but I don't think so. Me neither. A confused hush fell over the thousands in attendance in Evansville as Scott Hall confidently makes his way down to the ring. Why he's there, nobody knows. What is he doing in the ring? Nobody knows. But it's about to be revealed in mere seconds. You can see by his face, 3D, that he means fucking business. Straight up, through and through, he means business. Scott Hall in the ring, standing in between both teams. And look, bang! That's when the crowd is in awe. That's when the shock factor exploded. Oh, and there he goes, the classic stance that everybody knows and loves. Violent J takes his shirt off to reveal the JWO logo. And there it is. You're looking at exclusive footage of the creation of the debut of the Juggalo World Order in JCW. And look at Tracy Smothers fighting with the fans. That's a losing cause right there, because one man wearing his aunt's panties cannot possibly take down thousands of Juggalos at one time. It's impossible, 3D. And then, in the house, this overpacked building, you hear the first ever JWO chant, because it's the beginning of the Juggalo World Order in JCW. Now when you say world order, that means the world is getting took over by the JWO. Whether it be wrestling, whether it be fiction or fact, it doesn't matter. The world is getting taken over. The house was ecstatic. The place was in amazement as they look upon and see a new beginning in JCW. The Juggalo World Order has arrived. I think that Tracy Smothers might want to go back to his aunt's house and get the panties back. He looks like a fucking fool up there.
Now, how many people here in Evansville want to see Sid Vicious and Tracy Smothers?
Not very many, Guido. Not me neither, 3D.
The next part is, how many people here in Evansville want to see the champ?
That's right. Wow. And now you've seen it.
One more for the bad guy.
And now you believe it. Hello, wrestling fans, dick warmers, and Ned and pluggers alike. My name, Diamond Donovan Douglas, better known. That's 3D. Hey, and I'm Handsome Harley Costilla. And to you, You fucks and all you assholes over there, you can call me Guido.
Well, Guido, holy shit! Has JCW ever been on a wild ride as of late? You just saw exclusive footage from Evansville Invasion. That's right, Evansville, Indiana played host to one of the wildest wrestling shows JCW has ever put on. And what came out of that show? The birth, the christening, the arrival of the Juggalo World Order. And tonight, in our main event, right here on this special episode of Slam TV, you will see the JWO in action. Which members of the JWO will be performing tonight? We've yet to find out in the main event. Also, on the show here from Toxic Detroit, you will see the Meteorite, the Flaming Fist, Too Tough Tony, as he goes up against Jimmy Jacobs and his MySpace buddy / guidance counselor, Scotty D'Amore.
Well, let me tell you something, 3D. Let me tell you something right now. Number one, Too Tough Tony, an established Juggalo favorite. Established.
Well
now,
established.
You talk about guidance counselors. I wouldn't want him as my guidance counselor at school. We're talking about Scotty D'Amore and his protege, if you will call him. Yes, the gay one himself,
Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Well, they're also aerobic buddies, and they also share a pedaling speed bike.
Well, Jimmy Jacobs does the aerobics. His guidance counselor watches while he eats tacos from Taco Del Taco.
Exactly. And also tonight, we have Tag Team Gold on the line. They won the belts at Bloody Mania. They defeated 7 other teams in the 8-team elimination match. Of course, I'm talking about Madman Pondo and the bearded Necro Butcher. Tonight, they put the tag straps on the line against newcomers to JCW, the Young Altar Boys.
Now let's not forget the Young Altar Boys are proteges of the ex-JCW champion, Holy Trent Asshole.
That is true. We want to forget it though, because Trent is an asshole, and so far, so are the Young Altar Boys.
Well, he needs 2, 1 for each ball.
Let's get down to the action and check out some Slam TV.
Hey, let's get down to the ring and wrestle.
Detroit City played host to the Hallowcked After Party, which played host to JCW. Let's go to Upchuck the Clown.
Our first match is scheduled for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming first to the ring and accompanied by his guidance counselor, Scott D'Amore, Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 175 pounds, the Emo Warrior, Jimmy Jacobs.
Now call me a retard, 3D. I just don't understand this whole guidance counselor thing. You tell me what this is about.
Well, I guess in reality, Scott D'Amore is Jimmy Jacobs' manager or agent, but by calling himself a guidance counselor, lets the public know that his relationship is just a little bit closer than that.
Well, on top of that, I think by saying he's a guidance counselor means that Jimmy Jacobs don't have to pay him.
Now, see, Jimmy Jacobs has a few issues dealing with self-esteem, and that's where Scotty D'Amore comes in.
Well, he's gay.
Well, of course. However, that seems to be a hindrance on his brain, and Scotty D'Amore likes to pump him up, if you will.
And he likes to poke dicks on referees.
He likes to pump up Jimmy Jacobs, and he likes to keep him enthusiastic.
And his opponents. He is Louisville Town Drunk, weighing in at 45 liters of Bacardi. It's Too Tough Tony.
And like I was saying before, Greedy, definitely a Juggalo favorite, coming down repping Boondocks like never before.
That's right. Repping him so hard he's even wearing his hat.
And it's actually his fucking hat.
As you can tell, because it's 2 sizes too small for Tony's head. And notice how this match actually started. This show right here started at midnight, and therefore Tony's only got one bottle left.
That's what I was gonna say. It's kind of disappointing. Usually comes down double fisting fists, but now he's only got one pint.
It's all that was left after a long day in the dressing room, Guido.
Yep, that's how JCW rolls.
And there's your referee making his return, A.T. Huck.
A.T. Huck, also a Juggalo favorite and a favorite of mine.
Too Tough Tony, fresh from his victory at Evansville Invasion over Too Cold Scorpio. What a match that was.
Well, aside from the egghead, Too Cold Scorpio had no fucking chance against Too Tough Tony, in my opinion, from the get.
Well, few people do.
Hold on here 1 second. A.T. Huck, you're supposed to be a legend. Let me explain something to you and all these degenerates here. This is an athletic contest, and he should not be drinking.
Oh, jeez.
As the official guidance counselor of JCW, I say this match cannot take place, and you must declare Jimmy Jacobs the winner based on sobriety.
And of gayness.
Based on sobriety, hands down.
Home and get ready for school and get ready for work. It's about time that you become productive members of society.
Let me ask you something, 3D. Does ecstasy count as sobriety?
I don't know. How about women's hormones?
Lots of estrogen floating around Scotty D'Amore and Jimmy Jacobs.
The Juggalos pretty much wrapping things up for Scotty D'Amore there.
Well, it's not surprising, because everybody knows they do suck each other's dick.
Right. Nice way to sum things up for the babble coming out of D'Amore's face.
And on top of that, he wants to knock the drinking of Too Tough Tony. Who better than Canadians to get drunk?
You know, I know that Too Tough Tony's a good guy and that he's a face and the Juggalos love him. But one thing you can't deny, Guido, it sure takes a long fucking time for his matches to get started.
On top of that, look at these two guys kissing each other, holding each other's faces. What the fuck is this? Is this a wrestling match? Or is this a fucking Menjo's contest?
Too Tough Tony now. Circling his opponent, the emo warrior, the ever so unconfident one, however a very talented wrestler.
Yes, that's one thing I cannot take away from the man. He is very athletic and very good in that squared circle.
He's a Ring of Honor champion, but all of that amounts to nothing when his opponent is Too Tough Tony.
With meteorites and potatoes galore.
The Louisville Town Drunk, showing once again how he acquired the name. Too Tough Tony taking a swiggle off that glass bottle.
And all the juggalos and juggalos in attendance loving it. Fucking loving it.
Now this is a sold-out St. Andrews Hall, a very, very historical building in Detroit.